later today, we're going to have the Chrism Mass, usually held on Holy Thursday. Father Tony, would you like to talk a little bit on maybe why we're having it today? Why we're having it today?
And its significance to our church?
Yeah, good question, Justin. This is the Diocese of Belize's day, you could say, right? This is the big day for the Diocese of Belize. Once a year, annually, the local church, the Diocese of Belize City and Belmopan, celebrates its existence, and we do that with a Chrism Mass. Because on Christmas we're celebrating Jesus' birth. On Easter we're celebrating Jesus' resurrection from the dead. Those are big Christian events for the entire Catholic Church around the world. All more than 1,000 million Catholics, more than 1 billion Catholics around the world celebrate those days. But also in every diocese around the world, we celebrate the local church, they celebrate the diocese, and with a big mass where the bishop is present, and he's surrounded by all the priests of the diocese and as many faithful as can come. Looking at the rubrics or the liturgical rules for the celebration of this mass, it's very explicit. It should be in the cathedral. The mass should be celebrated in the cathedral because that's the symbol of the unity of the diocese. And it should be celebrated by the bishop of the diocese. We don't have one currently, and so we're going to have another bishop come in and celebrate for us. But it should be celebrated with as many faithful as possible from around the different parishes of the diocese, and with all the clergy of the diocese. So who's going to celebrate today, since our bishop, Nicasio of happy memory, is not with us anymore? Well, we're honored with the presence of Archbishop Ken Richards, coming all the way from Jamaica. He's the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Kingston, Jamaica. And he'll be joining us because we have no bishop, sadly, of our own. And because he has his own diocese, and he'll be celebrating back in Kingston on Holy Thursday or near Holy Thursday. Well, he can't bilocate, can't be in two places at once. So he's going to come here first and celebrate our Chrism Mass here for us. So I learned something as I was researching to prepare for this conversation with our viewers, that it's essential that the priests of the diocese be there, because they help the archbishop or the bishop consecrate the holy oils at this mass called the Chrism Mass, because we're going to be consecrating the oil of the sick and holy chrism and the oil of catechumens. But you'll see at one point the master of ceremonies of the Mass will indicate to the priests present that they should raise their right hands and pray with the bishop as he is praying over these oils. So when you see all the priests raise their hands, if the MC is doing his job correctly, we will all raise our hands, and we will be helping the archbishop to consecrate these oils that are used throughout the diocese throughout the year. So it's just once a year that we have this consecration of the holy oils, but they're distributed to the various parishes, and they're used throughout the year, throughout the diocese. So I'm really looking forward to this Mass. It's a Mass that symbolizes the unity of the clergy around the bishop. The bishop, there's a bit over 6,000 bishops in the Catholic Church today, and they're the successors of the apostles. And they have the fullness of the priesthood of Jesus Christ. Whereas the priests in the diocese, we are kind of priests and second-class priests, you might say. I don't want to offend any of my brother priests, but the fullness of the priesthood is in the bishop, and then we are the helpers. We're the collaborators of the bishop, and he can't be in all the parishes all the time. So he has these helpful collaborators that are in the various parishes around the country, but we can't ordain other bishops, for example. And normally we don't confirm people, for example. We can with the permission and the faculty given by the bishop to us. We can do confirmations in special circumstances. But yeah, he has the fullness of the episcopacy, and we're there to support him. So it's one presbyterate in this diocese, one presbyterate around the bishop. There's one priesthood in this diocese, And there's one high priest, that's Jesus Christ, of course. That from him comes the fullness of all the priesthood.